In the beginning of story we see, Deadpool caused a rupture in the multiverse, and now he needs to revive Wolverine and team up with mutants from different realities to mend the timelines. Today, we'll summarize the plot of the 2024 film featuring Deadpool and Wolverine. To safeguard his world from impending annihilation, Deadpool decides to recruit the deceased Wolverine, believing that Logan's exceptional healing ability might mean he is still alive. However, upon investigation, Deadpool finds only the remains of Wolverine's body and begins conversing with the skull. Moments later, TVA agents arrive to apprehend him for violating the sacred timeline. Without hesitation, Deadpool uses Wolverine's bones as a weapon against the agents. The anti-hero single-handedly defeats the soldiers sent to capture him and eventually kicks Wolverine's skull away. New agents start appearing through portals, prompting Deadpool to continue his assault to eliminate his foes. Once and for all, he attaches Wolverine's adamantium claws to his wrists and uses them to fight the agents. Next, we flash back a few months to the point when Wade decided he wanted to join the Avengers. After a life of crime and becoming renowned as the greatest mercenary ever, Wade opted to lead a righteous life to win back his girlfriend. His biggest fear is losing Vanessa. However, when Tony Stark's former driver, who now works for the Avengers, realizes that Wade's motivation to join the superhero team is selfish, he denies him entry. 6 months later, after the rejection, Wade is rebuilding his life and now works at a car dealership with Peter, one of the few who knows he is Deadpool. On Wade's birthday, Peter takes him home, where he is surprised with a birthday party. That night, Deadpool enjoys time with his friends, including Vanessa, his ex-girlfriend. Though he hasn't moved on from their breakup, Wade appreciates having Vanessa and his friends around, as it's one of the rare times he's surrounded by loved ones. After making a birthday wish and blowing out the candles, Wade hears a knock at the door and goes to answer it. He encounters TVA agents and tries to learn about them, but before he can ask any questions, one agent removes his wig, while another drags him into a portal. Taken against his will to TVA headquarters, Wade meets Paradox, who explains that TVA employees are tasked with protecting the sacred timeline. Paradox reveals that Wade's true purpose for being there is to fulfill a significant role. He claims that if Wade agrees to work for him, Deadpool will eventually be able to join the Avengers. Eager to join the team, Deadpool accepts the offer and hurries to a tailor to get a new suit. He requests Paradox to send him back home to inform his friends before starting his mission. At that moment, Deadpool learns the truth. The deal means he will never return home, as his entire universe will reset within 72 hours, causing everyone he loves to disappear. Paradox explains that when a universe loses its anchor, it disintegrates. In Wade's universe, the anchor was Wolverine, who sacrificed himself to save a group of mutant children, including his daughter, Laura. Instead of waiting for the universe's natural end, which would occur in a few thousand years, Paradox built a machine to destroy the Deadpool universe immediately. He offers Wade two choices: join the sacred timeline to achieve his dream of becoming an Avenger, or be obliterated with his friends. Choosing a third option, Deadpool strikes Paradox and steals the temp pad to open a portal home. Believing Wolverine might still be alive, Deadpool digs him up, only to learn that the only person who could save his world is gone. After dispatching all TVA agents sent after him, Deadpool sets out on a quest to find another Logan and convince him to help save his friends. During his travels through various parallel universes, Deadpool encounters different versions of Wolverine and tries to persuade one to assist him. However, every Logan he meets attempts to kill him, including one resembling Henry Cavill. After being pierced multiple times by adamantium claws, Deadpool finally meets an alcoholic Wolverine who can barely stand. Knowing time is running out, Wade takes him to TVA headquarters and tries to persuade Paradox to replace the old Wolverine with a new one. Paradox states that the substitution isn't possible, so Deadpool decides to confront whoever is in charge. Deadpool discovers that Paradox plans to proceed with the operation without his boss's approval and threatens to expose him. To keep his job, Paradox resets Deadpool and Wolverine before they can cause further issues. When Wolverine meets Deadpool, he vents his anger on him for being pulled from his universe against his will and being trapped on an unfamiliar planet. Deadpool retaliates and shoots Wolverine with his pistols. Wolverine uses his claws to destroy the weapons, and Deadpool resorts to using his swords to fend off Wolverine's attacks. During the fight, Wolverine is hit several times, and Deadpool's swords are lodged in his body. Now that Wolverine is more vulnerable, Logan prepares to decapitate Deadpool, but Wade convinces him to team up. Although he doesn't know Wolverine's background, Deadpool realizes that he must have endured significant loss to become so bitter. Deadpool promises that if Wolverine helps him return to TVA headquarters, he will persuade Paradox to restore his universe. Just then, Captain America arrives and informs them that the real enemies are closing in. Excited to see one of his favorite superheroes, Deadpool is dismayed when Chris Evans bursts into flames, revealing that it is Johnny Storm from the Fantastic Four. As the Human Torch attempts to eliminate his enemies, Pyro blocks the attack and absorbs all the fire. After losing his powers, Johnny collapses, and Sabretooth appears to attack his brother. As the battle is about to commence, Deadpool removes the swords from Wolverine's body, expecting an epic confrontation. However, Wolverine quickly kills his opponent with a single blow. Realizing he cannot capture the duo, Pyro uses a giant magnet to trap Wolverine and Deadpool, who are then imprisoned with Johnny and taken to Cassandra Nova's hideout, Professor Charles Xavier's twin sister. When Deadpool meets Cassandra, he recounts the terrible things Johnny said about her during their journey. Cassandra decides to eliminate Johnny, revealing that she was sent there before learning to walk and her brother never came to find her. Seeing Cassandra disparage his deceased friend, Wolverine attempts to attack her but ends up sinking into the ground. Cassandra then invades Deadpool's mind to probe his greatest weaknesses and discovers he was recently dumped by his most loved person. After exiting his mind, Cassandra is distracted by Deadpool, allowing Wolverine to strike her with his claws. However, Cassandra easily shakes off the attack and summons a purple cloud to consume them. As the cloud approaches, Wolverine and Deadpool escape on a flying device. Their next mission is to find a way back to TVA and capture Paradox to force him to fix both universes. Before starting their plan, the pair takes a break at an abandoned diner in the desert. While snacking, Deadpool mentions that in his world, Logan is celebrated by many fans. Wolverine responds that in his universe, he is despised for a grave mistake he made. After a brief rest, they head towards the border because Johnny mentioned it was the only way out of that world. During their walk, Wolverine asks about his alternate version, and Deadpool reveals that Logan died trying to save a girl, Laura, created in a lab, who was like a daughter to him. Despite knowing it wasn't the same Logan who saved her, Laura decided to return the favor. While walking through the desert, Deadpool spots a dog running toward them and is immediately enamored. Without a second thought, Wade decides to adopt the dog, only to find out that Mary Poppins, also known as Dogpool, already has an owner. Just then, Nicepool arrives to retrieve his dog, and Wolverine asks for directions to the border. To assist them, Nicepool offers his car for a quicker journey. Though upset, Wade returns Mary Poppins to her rightful owner and gets into the car to continue their journey. During the drive, Deadpool inquires what Wolverine would change if TVA agents could alter the past. Realizing he's been deceived into helping without knowing if his universe could be altered, Wolverine is furious. He wrecks the vehicle and attacks Deadpool, believing he can right past wrongs and bring back his friends. When he learns it's all a deception, he unleashes his frustration on Deadpool. A fight erupts inside the vehicle, with Deadpool trying to cut Wolverine but getting pierced multiple times by Logan's claws. Their battle destroys the vehicle and scatters blood everywhere. Both can heal instantly, so the fight continues throughout the night. In the morning, another variant sent to that world finds them unconscious. After being rescued, Deadpool wakes up to see Logan drinking whiskey. Wade hears a noise and prepares for an attack, but is taken aback by Elektra's arrival, who easily overpowers him. Then Blade, the vampire hunter, and Gambit arrive with Laura, who reveals she found them in the desert and brought them to the hideout after recognizing Wolverine. Laura explains that she underwent an experiment similar to Logan's, with scientists injecting adamantium into her body. Thanks to Wolverine, Laura survived and chose to help despite knowing this Logan wasn't the same one who saved her. Deadpool asks the team how they ended up there, and Elektra reveals that they were sent to the Void after their universes were reset. TVA sent them there to prevent any trouble. Understanding that these mutants would never accept their world's destruction without a fight, Deadpool joins their team. Wolverine reveals that Deadpool is responsible for Johnny's elimination by Cassandra, but Wade manages to alter history and convinces the mutants to help him defeat Professor Xavier's twin sister. The mutants' plan involves ambushing Cassandra at her hideout while Deadpool confront Paradox. While preparing, Wade and Wolverine's fight resumes, but they are eventually interrupted by Elektra and the mutants. After several confrontations, Cassandra reveals that she will send everyone to their respective universes before starting the reset. Deadpool attempts to persuade her to spare them, but Cassandra insists on continuing with her plan. As the mutants storm Cassandra's hideout, they face fierce resistance. Laura's adamantium claws clash with Cassandra's powers, and Wolverine attempts to help her. Deadpool confronts Paradox and tells him to end the reset before it starts. Paradox reveals that it is too late to prevent the reset, so Wade shoots him. After several dramatic battles, Deadpool's team emerges victorious. The film concludes with a poignant scene where Logan wakes up in a new universe, returning to his original home, where he is greeted by his daughter, Laura. Wade also returns to his universe and discovers that Vanessa has moved on. He visits her, but she expresses her displeasure at seeing him. Deadpool, still intent on being a hero, vows to continue fighting for what he believes is right and keeps his promise to Vanessa to fight for his world and his loved ones. Thank you for joining us on this journey through entire story. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more exciting stories. Turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like